I like closure. Not closure for men, but closure on my head.
Tongue go down between your chest, evidently innocent. The way you gasp for air, I just know it. You can hardly breathe, you're into it. So into it, you're into it. But you need control.
So I'm just starting off by, okay, so the way I pluck is really strange. So with my closures, obviously I do a middle part in, and then I work in halves, and then I basically split the halves into like four different rows. So I split in 4 rows and then I work backwards. You guys will see what I mean, but right now I've left it at normal speed so you guys get a realistic idea of how kind of this works. But I'm just splitting the hair up into 4 different rows, and yeah. Just gonna split up into 4 rows and then start plucking from the back, moving forwards. I find that doing it this way is way better and more foolproof, and you know I'm a damn fool, so I need foolproof methods, and this is a good way to do it. My friend P put me on this, and I've seen other YouTubers do this as well, and it works for me. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then I just start plucking away. I can't even explain what the method to my plucking is. I've left it in real time so you can see, but like, I can't even say there's a particular method of my plucking. I kind of just do like I count in my head, so I just go 1, 2, 3, move, 1, 2, 3, move, 1, 2, 3, move. I just make sure my hand keeps on moving around, otherwise you'll get bald spots. But just pluck, and then as you can see, you're combing back, just to comb back any hair that's plucked out so I can really see what I'm doing. My advice with plucking and what's worked for me is that, like, don't overthink it. I used to be really bad at plucking. I used to struggle with plucking because I used to overthink. I've got to pluck, I've got to pluck there. Just, like, if anyone's asking for advice on how to pluck, just pluck is my advice. Just pluck. Obviously, don't over pluck. When the ancestors are telling you it's enough, my child, listen, because I've got a heavy hand, so I'm a slight over plucking queen, but it's all right. I'm getting better at this. And yeah, just pluck, pluck, pluck. Don't feel the need to get the plucking perfect the first time. That's how you so as you can see, I've moved on to the next row now. I'm just brushing the hair back. Yep, and I'm plucking away, plucking away, plucking away. But yes, don't feel the need to get the plucking perfect the first time, because that's how you end up over plucking. Like, remember, you can go back and pluck some more. You know, there's always an option to do that. You're better off under plucking at first than over plucking, because you can fix under plucking, but you cannot fix over plucking. Yeah, just moving back, working backwards. As you can see, when you're moving backwards, you can also start to see the gaps of where you should and shouldn't be plucking. So I can look at one spot and be like, okay, cool, this spot looks really plucked, so let me work on this area, etc, etc. Which is why I like doing it this way. So yeah, just keep plucking. And yeah, if I don't really know what else to say about that, just keep on plucking.
Down between your chest.
So now we've reached the front portion, my favourite bit to pluck because it means that I'm almost done. And I just pluck, 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 nothing different. But with the front, you want to be very careful because this is where the over plucking can begin. So you start off by looking for the gaps. Not the gaps. Start off by looking for where's quite dense and start plucking from there. And then, you know, go in, work it. This bit is where you can really customise the closure to your liking. Some people like a really, really plucked look. Some like it, they're plucking quite dense. I like it to be quite in between, if I'm being honest. So not too plucked because, you know, it will just fall out really quickly, but not like dense to the point where I'm just like, did I pluck it or not? I don't know, it's personal preference, isn't it? But yeah, just keep plucking and plucking away.
Then you can call me Congo Ma, cause you don't want it from 100 Ma. I ain't here to tell you that I understand, but I meant to tell you I'm your only fan, and I would pay any money in this world. You don't want it from 100 Ma. I ain't here to tell you that I understand, but I meant to tell you I'm your only fan, and I would pay any money in this world.
Check what the closure closure is really looking like. I placed my dry hand underneath it just to see what it looks like against skin tone, and I'm quite satisfied. So yeah, basically done here. Now I'm just going to move on to gluing it down onto my head. I lost the actual footage of me cutting the lace, which is so annoying, but just basically make sure you brush the closure back and then cut the lace. Don't cut too close, but don't leave too much lace either. Some people like leaving loads of lace. I don't. I like to leave as little lace as possible without actually cutting into the hairline. But I'm just taking my Got2b spray, and as you can see, I spray it on the back of my hand and then like wipe it over the lace itself. That's how I like to glue my closures down when I'm being lazy. The reason I don't spray it directly onto my face is because it ends up dripping all over the place. I find Got2b spray really messy, so I like to drip it on the back of my hand so I have more control over like what I'm doing basically.
And if that is the case, then you can call me Congo man. Cause you don't want it from 100 man. I ain't here to tell you that I understand, but I meant to tell you I'm your only fan. And I will pay any money in this world. You don't want it from 100 man. I ain't here to tell you that I understand, but I meant to tell you I'm your only fan. And I will pay any money in this world to see you.
Closures are notoriously bumpy, so what I'm doing here is I'm taking each section of the closure, so each half of the closure, and then splitting it in half, and then I'm going to take my Keracare wax stick or wax some of that on, and then I'm going to go in with my hot comb and just press it out. Look at that. Not all of it, obviously, you don't want to straighten the whole hair, but yeah, just press out the roots. Look at that. Press it out. That's how you get your thing to lay really, really flat. So I literally just do this in like on each side, and then I do it in halves. Some people do it in more layers. I do like 4 layers of this. Guys, I'm lazy and I had somewhere to be, so I didn't have time to do all that. And on a closure, doing it in like 2 sections works for me. So yeah, and it's a curly closure, so you still want it's not like I'm doing a straight closure where you want to like press it out completely. You still want a bit of volume, so that's how I do it. Just going with the hot comb, bap, and it will get your shit to lay flat without having that like, because you know curly closures can be so bulky sometimes. So yeah, this is how, look at that. Ooh, yes, smooth operator, smooth operator.
Evidently innocent, the way you gasp for air, I just know it. You can hardly breathe, you're into it. So into it, you're into it. But you need control, girl. So pause it, pause it.
My hair is wet, if you haven't realised. I actually did spray my hair down with water, but for some reason I've lost that footage as well. But I'm just taking my Soft Sheen Carson curling activating cream. This was recommended by Sandra Mika, the GOAT in this hair thing, if you didn't know. And I'm just raking that through just to get some definition in there. And what else do I do here? Yeah, I'm just basically defining my curls, raking the product through. I think I took mousse at some point, but I don't know if I've got that in there. Or do I? I really did not be remembering what I did. This is why I'm rubbish at voiceovers as well, you know, because I'll be looking back thinking, what do I do next again? Anyways, you guys can see what I'm doing. Basically, what am I doing here? I think I was doing the ends, but you obviously can't see the ends of the hair, so it's a bit dumb, isn't it? I need to start moving back and not be so zoomed in when I'm filming. But yeah, I'm just scrunching the hair, getting that curl definition in, and you know how it goes. Curls for the girls. Yes, baby.
Pause it, 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 spend them, wine up, slowly. Girl, yeah, this is say you the Jones when you play with my Jonto. When I say I eat your loving girl, I need it pronto.
Now for the most tedious part, baby hairs. So I'm just going to take a section of hair out that looks like, I can't even, baby hairs are just one of them things I'm not even going to cap to you guys. It's actual practice. If you get it right the first time you ever do it, then big up you in it, because I had to practice and I'm still learning how to do baby hairs properly. But on this occasion, I just pulled out some hair, right, as you can see. But this hair looks a bit thick, so I took some tweezers and I just started plucking it out, just so, because you know you don't want them thick hairs like they've just been pasted down. You want your baby hairs to actually look like they could actually be actual baby hairs, and you know your baby hairs naturally are not thick pieces of hair. So just plucking it down, not too much though, just to thin it out, taking my scissors and cutting in a downward motion. Some people use razors, but I prefer to use scissors. Yeah, just a downward feathered motion. Then I paste some black Got2b glued. Some people use mousse. I'm not a fan of using mousse at all. I think it's messy and it makes my like lace lift, because I'm not using actual like Ghost Bond enough. I'm using Got2b and it's just messy. Like, I just don't like using mousse, but a lot of people recommend mousse. I just don't like using mousse. But yeah, this is where it gets really tedious, because it's just a lot of swooping around and like trying to perfect it. So just keep swooping. Literally, that's all you're going to see me doing in this clip, just playing around, trying to get it to lay how I want it to lay. Yeah, basically just swoop and do the best that you can to get it to look like a baby hair. But yeah, it's very tedious. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It is a very tedious task. Those that can get it right in one swoop are the chosen ones, because boy.
Tongue go down between your chest, evidently innocent. The way you gasp for air, I just know it. You can hardly breathe, you're into it. So into it, you're influent. But you need control, girl. So pause it, go there, pause it, pause it, go there, pause it, pause it, go there, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it, go there, pause it. Pause it, go there, pause it, pause it, go there, pause it, why not, go there, slowly.
So guys, this is the finished look. We are done here. This hair is so cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. So my back really hurts and I'm really tired because I've got to dart out the house after this. So I've literally been filming this half rushing. I've actually done a decent job because I actually have somewhere to be now. So I need to leave my house now. This is what the hair's looking like. So I'm hoping that my tutorial, it's going to be a voiceover anyway, but I'm hoping this was helpful for you guys to kind of see how I lay my closures down, because I'm a, ooh, bitch. You guys know I'm a closure, I keep saying you guys know, forgetting there's probably new people watching this. For those of you that don't know, I'm a closure babe. When you see me wearing frontals on here, it's like a once in a while kind of thing. I really am a closure babe. Like, I'm even wearing wigs anymore these days, to be fair, but yeah, no, I like closure. Not closure for men, but closure on my head. But yeah, this hair is from Kriya Hair. I don't know if I would have said that in the voiceover, but it's from Kriya Hair. 26, 26, 24, 22 and a 20-inch 3-part closure. Make sure if you're going to customise a closure, it's a 3-part one. I think it's just easier to customise it. It turns out nicer when it's 3-part. Something about customising middle part, like already parted out middle part closures, never works out for me, like, ever. Ooh, look at that. Love to see it. But yeah guys, this is us. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I did a good job? Let me get my plant over here. I feel like my plant is just like, have you guys noticed this plant follows me everywhere I go? But yeah, that's basically how I get my curly wigs to lay like a frontal. This is it. It's a 4x4 closure as well, might I add. So you can make 4x4 closures lay nicely too. Listen, it's possible. Listen, I do it for the lazy bad bees. I keep saying the bad bees that are lazy, on a budget, don't want to have to do too much work. I mean, you know, frontals are hard ass work. So yeah, this is for us. I do it for us guys. The bad bees that are on a tight time schedule. Right, I'm head out. This is it from me. I'm gonna go now. quick overview of the hair in general. So far, like I said, it's my first time wearing it. One thing I did notice that the ends, when I've got the bundles, were a little bit on the dry side, but now that I put the like curling activator in it, it's moisturising, bouncy again, but the ends were quite straggly and dry in the bundle. But other than that, hair is really nice, doesn't tangle much yet. Like I said, it's fresh hair, so we'll see how this performs. I'll obviously update you guys. I'm really in love with this curl pattern. It's so like, this is like good holiday hair. Like, it's a good in between kinky curly and like loose curly. This is their Jerry curly, so yeah, this is and the thing is, this hair's still damp. When it gets dry, it's gonna go so we love to see it. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Make sure to follow me on all my socials. Make sure to check out Korea Hair. I'll have all the links in the description box. And I will see you guys. So if I sound really lackadaisical, because I'm really tired. I can't believe I have to leave my house now. But yeah, bye guys.